Here's what you'll learn this week on Net Talk Live, the Internet Talk Show. You'll learn how to use the Internet to buy a car, and we'll even show you a website that's your personal shopping assistant. It does all the work for you. We'll also show you a new mouse without a tail. No more of those tangled cords on your desk. Get ready for more weird and wacky websites with our visit to the Main Street Internet Cafe. We'll teach you everything you need to know about DSL and cable modems. We'll show you a site with the best tips for building your own web pages that's quick, easy, and free. Also, coming up, another of the Internet's funniest downloads. So surf the web and follow along with Net Talk Live. Get ready. It's time to get started.
From our studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the most watched TV program of its kind in the world. Broadcast to over 100 countries. It's Net Talk Live in Triplecast. Watch on TV. Listen on Coast to Coast Radio. Watch or listen on your computer via the Internet. With Internet Field Reporter Georgia Foy, Gadget Guy Dave Mathews, Web Head Luis Vallicillo, and your host, Laura Lewis. Net Talk Live is made possible by DigitalConvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com. Don't just shop. Shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. So let's get started with the fun and excitement.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and welcome to Net Talk Live. We're the first interactive triplecast show on the internet, radio, and television, reaching millions of internet users every week as the most watched TV show of its kind. And we want you to get involved with our show, so we invite you to follow along with the graphics you'll see on your screen. Turn on your PC and surf along with us. We'll show you some useful sites and fun places to go online. And you can virtually program our show. Just go to nettalklive.com to take part in our web polls, enter contests, and send us email with your questions and favorite websites. And I'm here with two great guys, the internet experts, webhead Luis Vallicillo. Luis, are you ready?
I am ready and I am willing.
Okay, very good. And also gadget guy Dave Mathews.
Hi.
Are you ready?
Luis, is that a mouse in your pocket?
Okay, guys. I don't get it. Anyway, great. Let's get started. All right. Here's our first email question, guys. This is from Joe Scruggs of Biloxi, Mississippi. And Joe writes, I want to kill my mouse. I'm sick of the roller ball that stops rolling, short of calling the exterminator. What can I do? And I think we can help. Let's go to our very own gadget guy, Dave Mathews, for an answer. Okay,
I
Dave.
feel his pain.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been over to somebody's house. This would never happen at my house. It's far too clean for that. But I go over to try to use someone's mouse, and the ball doesn't work. It's sticky, and the cursor is going all over the screen. It's just a total mess. Well, the solution of that is here. It's available today, and it's an optical mouse. It has a red laser beam at the bottom of the mouse, which samples the desktop, something absurd, like 1,500 times a second. So now with this mouse, it's called the IntelliEye, and it allows you to not even use a mouse pad. It just looks at the desktop, whatever is underneath the computer, and it uses the eyeball to sample where you're going. So it's not cordless yet. In the future, I bet they're going to have a cordless version of this. But right now, it's just this infrared roller, and you can slide this thing anywhere, and it knows exactly where you are on the desktop. Hey, I got a cordless one, Dave. You don't have one?
No, I don't. How'd you get the cordless
great.
version?
It's right here. See, it has no cords and it works great. Here, see?
Oh,
Good.
so there was a mouse in your pocket, Louise. Oh, well, I guess my mouse is a little more functional than Louise's.
Well, your mouse is cool. Also, I bet it'd be fun to surf in the dark with that one. Yes. Okay.
This thing won't
I
shut
love
up
those
now.
red lights. It's really, really great. Okay, Dave and Louise, here's my first hot site this week. It's called anyday.com. This site is almost too good to be true. It has all the best organization and schedule planning tools you can imagine, all in this private online calendar you can access from anywhere. And it's an excellent way to stay on top of appointments, meetings, tasks, and events. You can set it up in just seconds and send out confirmations and reminders to anyone in your contact list with a single click. You can even print your calendar by day, week, or month month to take with you when you're on the go. This one site can get it all in order for you, and the link to this site is organized too, of course, in my hot sites at nettalklive.com.
Laura, do you know why I love this site? First of all, I've been using an online calendar and a PDA for a few years now.
PDA?
PDA, Personal Digital Assistant, a
Got it,
Palm.
okay.
And it took a while. Before I actually bought one, I downloaded the free software, the desktop software, and I started plugging all my contacts in. Because if I knew I'd go cold turkey, forget about it. Having to input everything, I just would not do it. So I started using the Palm desktop on my computer, and you can go get this at palm.com, just the free desktop software. And then by the time I got the Palm, I had most everything already input. But what AnyDay does is it takes it to the next level. You can use the anyday.com calendar anywhere. Even colleagues can log onto your calendar and add appointments to it, etc. But what is very cool about this is now if you have a Palm 7, the wireless Palm, the AnyDay calendar can now synchronize with your Palm without even plugging into your laptop. So think about that. You could be anywhere that you have palm.net coverage, which is most of the United States, and you can add and change your calendar via the web or via the Palm. So think about your assistant logging on to the calendar, adding something to it, and then you'd see the meetings pop up in your Palm. So it's very cool. It's one more bit of integration between the web and handheld wireless devices.
Very nice, very nice. Let's take another question. We have a caller, Derek, in Conover, North Carolina. Hi, Derek. What can we do for you?
Guys, you got a great show, but I have a question
Thank you.
for you. What's the best way to buy a car online? And how do I know if I've gotten the best deal?
Thanks, Derek. This is a good question. I mean, shopping for a car has changed a lot in the last few years thanks to the internet, and more people are ready to go online to buy. Luis, do you know where to go on the web for this?
Well, Laura, there's a really neat site called carorder.com, and this site has everything you ever need to buy a new car without leaving your house. You can do compare different cars. They hook you up with financing. They'll deliver your car. It's a great site with all the resources you'll ever need to research and find a new car for you or for anybody in your family. It saves you money because what they do is they buy it wholesale, whatever that means for a car, and then they'll charge you, I think it's 5% over the price of the car. So you don't have to go to the dealership and go ahead and haggle the price down. These people will give you 5% over what the car actually costs.
I love that because just thinking about walking into a car dealership makes me
You know, so, Laura, sometimes I just go just for the fun of it. I just love that.
And you say, I know everything because I'm on the net. Okay, thanks, Luis. Now for another hot site. Let's go to the Main Street Internet Cafe and see what's up with Georgia.
Oh, thanks so much. Oh, don't you just love the smell of coffee? Don't you wish you could smell coffee or anything on your computer? Wouldn't it be great if you were going to a chocolate chip cookie site and if you could smell it? Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Well, believe it or not, there's a technology, there's a company called Digisense that says it has the technology to make you smell from your computer. It actually sends you software that you put it on your computer and you can actually smell. If you go to a website that has like lemons, you're going to actually smell those lemons. I thought of a cheaper way to do this, you know, something you might want to do is just add or reuse it and just put it right here on your computer, and that's probably just as good as that software, but you might try Digisense.com. I mean, they say they've got the technology, so it probably worked, but I'm using reuse it.
What goes best with popcorn? Why, our internet's funniest download, of course. Coming up next, right after this break.
Net Talk Live is made possible by shebang.com, Exodus Communications. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Here we go again with another internet's funniest download. Watch this.
Troops is filmed on location with the men of the Imperial Forces. All suspects are guilty. Period. Otherwise, they wouldn't be suspect, would they?
If you have a funny download, send it to us at funny@nettalklive.com and we might just put it on the air.
Welcome back, and remember to go to nettalklive.com for links to all the websites we cover, and while you're there, use our site to send us some email with your questions about the internet. Okay, here's another hot site, iChoose.com, where you'll find the iChoose Savings Alert. It's free software that gives you access to better deals on the things you want to buy, like books, music, movies, toys, computer hardware and software, consumer electronics, pet supplies, and more. Here's how it works. First, download the free software and start shopping at the most popular sites on the web. And as usual, choose the items you want to purchase and put them in the shopping cart, as most of the online stores call it, and continue shopping. That's when iChoose starts to work for you. Looking all over the web for a better deal on the item you're about to buy, and while it's looking, the iChoose icon in the taskbar at the bottom of your screen will spin to let you know it's searching. And then, when the icon flashes, iChoose has found a better deal. At the checkout screen, the iChoose alert window will pop up and remind you about the better deals waiting at another website. And if you choose to accept, you will automatically be transported to the other website that has the better deal, and all the items in your shopping cart will remain and you're ready to check out. It's one of my hot sites, and to download the iChoose software for free, go to nettalklive.com.
You know, Laura, I like that, and that's great for people like, you know, who do some random shopping. But, you know, me being the power shopper that I am, I just rather go to mysimon.com because I don't generally know, you know, that I want to buy something maybe at Amazon. So MySimon would just find the best price and tell you where. And it's a lot easier for
and
me.
And it doesn't do it automatically all the time.
No, but you need to know what you're looking for, and I usually know what I want.
Okay, and see, I'd like the other feature. I want it to run all the time because I'm shopping all the time. Oh, well. Now, don't go away, because coming up, we'll visit Georgia again at the Main Street Internet Cafe, and later, you'll see a special report on the real inner workings of the Internet as we go on the inside at an Internet service provider.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com.
Shake it, make it go. We not nothing knows. It is all part of the show. Shake it, make it
go. Welcome back to Net Talk Live. We're having a great time. Get on the internet and surf along with us. And for all the answers and great websites, go to nettalklive.com. Okay. Here's another question sent to us via email. It's from Blake Nelson of Chicago, Illinois. And Blake asks, where can I go on the internet to learn how to build a website? It seems like everywhere I've looked, someone wants to get paid for consulting me. Okay, how to build your own website? Luis, can you help?
Laura, there's several things you can do. If you know that you have web space and you just want to know how to create your website, there's a couple of websites that I'm going to link on the Net Talk Live site this week that will teach you step by step, give you a tutorial online of what you need to do to create a website. If you don't have the space and you want to make it real easy on yourself, you can get like homestead.com or tripod.com or geocities.com have a built-in Java-based way of building a website. And what they'll do is they'll take you like a step by step. It's very like, you know, for kids, it's very, very simple. You can't go wrong with it. And you can put a very basic web page in a matter of minutes. And then later on, while you have that website up, you can learn how to make some cool things with your website via the tutorials on the site that I'm telling you
And
about.
question is, how much would it cost to do something like that, ballpark figure?
Well, if you go through tripod.com or those free web services, it's actually absolutely free. However much your time is worth, I guess. If you get a host, a real host, and you go ahead and get your own domain name, like, you know, WeberRegan.com, Laura Lewis, NetTalkLive.com. If you get your own, then it's going to cost you either a monthly fee or a yearly fee, around $200 a year, just to host the site and have an email address that is with your domain name. So people can send you email at LauraLewis@LauraLewis.com or you at LauraLewis.com, whatever you may want.
Right, and people ask me all the time, I want my own web page, who am I going to get to do it?
It's getting a lot easier, Laura, and all these HTML editors right now, like you hear Front Page and Dreamweaver, that, I would say that's the next step you need to take, because that's going to enable you to create and do more things to your website that you see otherwise, like rollover buttons or things of the such as tables. So as you learn and you go along, you'll want to go the next step up. But I'd say that would be like after you have your first website running, then you go that route.
Or you do what I did, and I found a great webmaster.
Well, there you go. You shell out the money and pay somebody to do it.
Just worked out
Hey,
great.
the American way.
All right, I don't know about you, Luis, but I'm wondering what George is up to down there at the Main Street Internet Cafe. Let's check in for another hot site.
So you want a blue polyester three-piece suit? Okay, I'll see if I can find that. Why don't you go get a drink or something, and I'll look here and see if I can find that blue polyester takes all kinds. But luckily, we've got the internet. There's a great site called ewanted.com. You know, it's like eBay, but it's just the opposite. It's you are a buyer, and you actually put on there what you want to buy. Not what you want to sell. Actually, it's for sellers and buyers. But, like, say you want to buy a blue three-piece polyester suit. Well, you put that on the site, and people make offers to you. You post what you want. Sellers come to you. You pick the best offer, and it's all free. Or if you're a seller, you can find out what buyers want and make them an offer. And this is all free. So it's really, really cool. It's just like eBay reversed. It's eWanted. What do you want? Go to ewanted.com. It's probably there.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com. Net Talk Live for the whole family. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back, and remember to check out our hot sites and so much more at nettalklive.com. Okay, let's take another call. On the phone, we have Joanne in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hi, Joanne. What's your question?
I'm thinking of upgrading my internet service from a 28K modem, and I want to know what are my options and how do they rate?
Okay, Gadget Guy, it sounds like they're in for much faster surfing no matter what they go with next. So what are their choices?
There's a couple choices. There's either a DSL connection or a cable modem connection. With a cable modem, somebody has to come into your house and do the installation. But now with DSL, you can get now a self-install kit. So say you have a crystal meth lab at home, you don't want somebody to come in and see what you've got going on there. They can actually mail you a DSL modem and these line filters. Now in the past, a telecom guy had to come out and put a splitter on the outside of the house. Now you don't need this. You just plug this in like you would an external modem of the days of yore, and then put these filters on the phones throughout your house. And now you can have high-speed DSL. Now DSL, the equivalent in speed over a normal modem, is anywhere from 50 to 100 times faster than the way that you normally surf. So this is a skyrocket lightning bolt compared to a dial-up modem.
She had a 28A modem, right? I have an idea. I get a 56K modem.
No, DSL is the best because it's a pure digital connection. With modems, the speeds can fluctuate. So it's not that good of an idea. You know what, Luis? I did a field piece to tell you all about DSL. So let's go take a look out at DSL. Thanks, Luis.
Oh yeah, blame it on me.
Okay, Dave, you drugged me down to Internet America, a major internet service provider, because you think that I am so last century because I'm using a phone line and not using DSL. Why do I need to know so much about DSLs?
Well, in the past, you dialed in with an analog phone line into a modem like this, or maybe even a rack of modems like this. Well, those days are done. Analog is over, Georgia, and DSL is now where it's at. Let's go back in the server room. I'm going to show you and you what DSL exactly is. Okay, Georgia, now we're in the room where everything takes place. First, your ISP has to get a connection from a major backbone provider. That happens through these DS3 units, everything from BBN, Sprint, Unet. They all tie in to the Internet's major backbone routers like these. Okay, Georgia, now from the major backbone routers of the ISP, it goes into these smaller routers. And when you order DSL, you get different speeds. Now, the speeds are hundreds of times faster than what a normal dial-up modem. This is the real reason why you want DSL. Well, from these routers, it heads into a MUX.
What's a MUX?
It's a multiplexer. It's like it takes many connections and it feeds them all into whether you have Bell, GTE, Cobad, your different Bell telephone companies that you pay your service from.
Okay, I get it. So this is like the bulk mail center. Like all the mail comes into here and then it goes out to different places.
That's right. Yeah, it goes out. You know where it goes? It goes to the DSLAM.
The D-Slam.
The digital subscriber line access multiplexer. It's just like this, but on the other end, in your neighborhoods. This is the other end of the D-Slam. This is where all the DS3 connections from your ISPs come in, and each one of these is represented by a house in your neighborhood. So right here, this unplugging this cable would kill somebody's internet connection.
How cool is that?
That's awesome. Now on the other end of this is just a little modem. It's a DSL router, which looks like the old analog modems of the days of yore. So this is how the last leg of your internet connection is made.
Wow, so all this stuff just makes it super, super fast. It just makes it get to your house, like, quick.
That's right. You don't have to wait for images to load. Everything loads up super fast. Look, Georgia, here comes security.
Well, that's it for this week. Remember to go to nettalklive.com for all the answers from the show and links to our hot sites. And did you know you can search the archives of our website and find everything that has appeared on Net Talk Live? And while you're there, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. And also tell us what you think in this week's web poll. Before we go, I'd like to thank Dave and Luis, thanks guys, Georgia, our great band Eden Automatic, all the behind-the-scenes folks who make the show happen, and last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you for watching. And do us a favor by telling your friends about the show, and be sure to tune in next time. We've had so much fun. Hope you have too. Goodbye, everybody.
Net Talk Live has been made possible by DigitalConvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center company. Tell all your friends and coworkers about Net Talk Live, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is a presentation of the Digital Broadcasting and Communications Network and is produced by Infotainment Telepictures.